Welcome to the show, my man. And what's your name? And where you from?
My name is my name is Tarami.
Tarami.
Uh, yeah, I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm currently in school
Oh,
studying
dope.
engineering.
Oh, dope.
I I picked up the trumpet about 3 years ago now, and
Uh-huh.
kind of similar to you. I didn't have any books or anything. I didn't even know anything about it. I just knew I loved jazz music. So,
Yeah.
and like my dad had got me a horn like when I was 12 for Christmas, but I never learned it until like I was a senior in high school. I just didn't have a desire to play it.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden I was a senior and I was really starting to dig music a lot more. And there was a lot of changes happening in my life. And I was just like, all right, you just gonna make it do what it do. So I've been following you and I like the way you break stuff down, especially that blues series you had. It helped
Yeah.
out, especially with the blues scales and the modes and everything. That was dope. So yeah, just wanted to hop in.
Oh, dope. I'm glad to. And remind me your name again.
Tarami.
Tarami. Tarami. I'm glad you're here. And so let's get started. So I want you to play a few things for me.
All right.
Just a couple of notes. So I want you to play this note. Can you play that note for me?
Yeah.
Cool. Now play this note. Nice. And play this note. Nice. So let's do this. Let's connect them all together. Nice. Okay. So that for that C up top, that C up top, I want you to try to match my sound as much as possible. I'm not
All
gonna
right.
give you the technical things right now, but I want you to listen to my sound and I want you to focus on the amount of open and closeness of the teeth.
All right.
What is the degree of openness or closeness do you need to have with your teeth? And I want you to experiment with that. So here's that C.
Could you hear that okay?
Yeah, I can hear that. So what'd you think? In order
I
in
think
order
I
to
have
match my sound, what did you have to do?
kind of like loosen the lower jaw a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. And maybe blow more air, like don't try to hold the air back so much. Try to just keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep it going. Nice. Anything else? Let me play it again. I want you to play it again, and I want you to notice. I want you to notice how open or closed your teeth need to be to
Okay.
match my sound. To match my sound.
It's almost like I have the teeth like kind of like tucked away in the bottom is what it feels like. It's like they're definitely out the way of like the airstream, and I kind of have them like tucked under the bottom lip, kind of out the way. So it's kind of like a C type of thing,
Yeah.
like
So
that.
would you say your teeth are more open or more closed?
They're more open.
More open. Okay.
Mhm. But I
All
do
right. Now,
have a question though.
yeah.
So
Go ahead.
like whenever I'm practicing like the long tones, I practice them like soft.
Okay.
So and my question is with that, what do I still keep my teeth like the same level of openness when I'm playing a lot softer and say like in a higher register? they still stay open like that?
That's a good question. And let's figure that out right now. So I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to discover that answer for yourself. However, I will say that the teeth and your aperture where the air blows through or comes through, like those are separate entities. So you can still you can manipulate the middle of your lips and have your teeth open or closed. You can those can be separate things. They're not one and the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're not related to each other at
Yeah, they're
all.
not related. They're not connected in any way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
All
right. So
right.
let's. So so you're asking about do you still keep the teeth open when you're playing long tones to play soft, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like especially going like in a higher register, like above the
All right.
staff.
Above the staff. So let's play G above the staff. Okay. So I want
Mm.
you to try to manipulate. I want you to see if you can try to manipulate the um, the the dynamic with your teeth by trying to open and close them.
I just tried it and like the air stopped.
The air stopped, right? So what
Yeah,
does that tell you?
that means they gotta stay open, and I guess that makes sense because the path for the air has to stay open, and if you close your
Exactly.
teeth, the air can't go out. So that makes
Exactly.
sense.
So just like what you said is that if we have closed teeth, like that's cutting off the air supply, that's cutting off the gas in the car. So we still
Yeah.
got to keep the teeth open to let that air pass through. So I'm glad you discovered that. Now, what as far as dynamics, I want you
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
experiment with I want you to
Dynamic.
experiment with how the level or the degree of how open or how closed or how big or how small the middle is, the aperture is. I want you to
Is
play
that
around.
like my lips?
Yeah, the middle of your lips.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to experiment with that. See how open or how closed. See what that
Okay.
does.
I noticed a little difference, but I couldn't tell if I was just pushing more air through or if I was like cutting off less air. I think when I closed it more, I think I naturally started cutting off the air a little bit just because not as much could go through.
Right.
And if I tried to push it, it would have like got kind of crinkly. The sound would have.
Right. So what do you think really manipulates the dynamics, the teeth or the lips?
Um, Probably the lips more so than teeth,
And,
definitely,
and why is that?
because you're not. I guess with the lips, there's always some degree of openness to them, so you can kind of like operate it like a valve, kind of.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I want
Okay.
you to. So I have a lot of people. I have some other people that's
Yeah,
way.
I understand that. I understand
But
that.
I want you to experiment with dynamics and the degree of openness and closeness of your aperture,
Okay.
and see if you can. And I want you to see if you can play soft and loud on each and every single note, just using your aperture, and
Okay.
keeping everything else the same. So don't manipulate more air or less air. Don't manipulate the teeth to more open or less open. Just
Okay.
experiment with the aperture. Okay.
For sure. For sure. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.